Hello everyone, this is my 2024 to 2025 tennis season explained. Around this same time last year, this was going into my freshman year of high school. At this point, I was extremely unreliable with shot selection. I would probably put in the most stupidest shots throughout my matches, but my power kind of pushed me up to where I'd win a lot, but it was definitely something that was in a work in progress. Still around that same time, my serve was my most deadly weapon. It was definitely a power tool for me to win matches. Around this time was when it is just starting to get cold, and I play my best tennis when it's cold. During this time period, though, about a month before this time period, I had a boxer's fracture in my right hand, which is my dominant hand that I used to play tennis. And honestly, it was a battle getting myself back used to all of it. It was painful too, I'm not gonna lie. It was definitely some work that had to be done with everything. It made me stronger though. I was able to build up that wrist muscle bigger than what it was before the injury happened. This is about 3 days after I had just gotten out of my cast. At this point, I just wanted to kind of understand where I was at with tennis. Here, I'm completely used to my shot selection. My wrist, everything just was great during this time. Extremely reliable on everything. Very, very aggressive down on the baseline. A deep pusher. I always like to have control over my matches no matter what. Through this time period, I was used to my wrist strength again. That muscle memory had built back and also made it a little bit stronger and more reliable, like I said. I also figured out angles a lot more during this time period. I was able to hit some insane shots simply just by putting the ball in crazy parts of the court. Barely catching lines, not even by swinging hard, just simply smart. Through this time period, my shots became extremely powerful. I think during this time period I was averaging 75 mile per hour forehands and I think 60-ish mile per hour backhands. Was definitely some stuff that needed to be done in this, but all around, this play style was extremely lethal and also won me a lot of important matches. My mentality during this time period was a little bit iffy, but it started to get better. During this time period is when it started to get hot, and when it gets hot down here in Texas, it's not the normal hot, it is brutal. You have to be extremely careful playing in these conditions because it can honestly put you in a pretty bad position physically. So you definitely have to check in on yourself and make sure your body's performing the way it needs to, and you're taking plenty of electrolytes and drinking a lot of water during these time periods. It's topped out at 105 already this summer. It has been hot. So really this time period I was genuinely just trying to get myself used to the heat. Play style wise, it was extremely trustworthy. I wouldn't say lethal. I'd say I was a little bit more on a defensive end with most of my matches and kind of just walled myself with all of my opponents, which really just kind of tired them out, and then I would use my energy to finish off the matches. Again, angles were my best friend at this time. Simply just spin and angles were my best friends. My shots were still powerful, but they weren't fast. I never slowed down my racket speed. I simply just raised it up a little bit more to put more spin onto the ball to where it would bounce in deeper than the service box. My volleying was definitely progress worthy, but they were definitely reliable as well at this time. Here, I'm pretty used to the heat. Now I'm just trying to understand how I'm wanting to play during summer. I kind of made my decision. I always have done really well controlling matches. I didn't like the wall. I wanted to be able to have control over everything at all times. I definitely needed to work on some volleys during this time because I made the switch from regular grip to semi-western, and that is honestly a big jump over, but I've noticed it has helped me so much. My follow-through looks a little strange, but I can explain why it looks the way it does. Usually I follow through like that if I'm trying to put the ball more higher in the air and then also drill it with spin. My backhand was extremely lethal this time and still is, genuinely, and I'm really good at reeling into the net with a short slice and then going down the line on my backhand or forehand. And that's honestly how I win a lot of points. If I'm not on defense, I'm always serving and then going up to the net, ending the point off within 4 balls. Net play is also extremely well right now. It's definitely been trustworthy, and my backhand has topped out from 60 at this time to 65. Definitely getting stronger, not even lifting any weights at this point, just simply kind of getting more used to my racket and the way it moves. And also semi-western helps you put a lot more power because you have to use your arms a lot more in your semi-western grip, which makes it so much easier to hit faster. Today, this was practice today. You can see I don't touch my heels at all. I'm always on my tippy toes, always ready for every ball, and honestly, I think this is the best I've been. I'm completely used to the heat, like I said, and right now, my play style is lethal and known for my aggressive angles and aggressive play. I always like to control matches. I don't like to be behind. I don't like to be pushed back. I want to have as much control as possible. Which is why my serve is also so reliable in my play style. It's because it pushes them so far back, catches them off guard, because I also changed from last summer I had a little tap over the net serve to now I have a kick serve on both sides as my second serve. I've checked my percentages on first serves in, and I'm 85% first serves in. And honestly, that's extremely well for me. But I rarely double fault anymore. Double faulting isn't even a worry with me. Even if I'm down low 40 in a tie-break set, I honestly don't even worry about double faulting. It's simply just the next ball, or what is he going to put back at me. Being at the net was definitely a thing that I needed to work on and maybe still do, but obviously it's still a lethal instrument that I can always pull out when I need it, and that I usually do most matches. My backhand is extremely lethal. I rely on it probably more than I should, but it works. It works for me. My easy pickups off the ground also catch a lot of opponents off guard, and I take a lot of balls early, which also catches them off guard, also on returns. I want to thank Swing Vision for the amazing software. Go check out Underdog Athletics, use code Rylan Neely for a little discount, and go check out Functional Tennis for some cool stuff to put on your rackets. Thank y'all guys so much, and I'll keep y'all updated on the journey.